How goes the family? How goes it? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys having a great and exceptional day. It's been a minute since I've been live on here. Thank you to the new subscribers who have subscribed to the channel. And, it's going to be a simple conversation tonight because, we got places to go and things to do. So we know the big AI boom has intensified all over the world, not just the United States, but all over the world. We're at a point now where it's going to be very, very normal to, when you go inside even a car dealership and you go inside a hospital, you will not be talking to people. You will be talking to machines. Great example. Even when I went to the hospital, when I hurt myself at the gym last year, when I got there, even though they were customer service representatives at the desk, the system that they had in place is like, hey, we're not going to be able to help you and tell you where because it was the hospital where my doctor's at now is new, so was not familiar with the facility. So basically, long story short, they're like, hey, your appointment is at 1:30, and like, so your information should be posted on the flat screens and whatnot up there on the wall. We're not going to tell you where your doctor's office is at, like great stuff. And it showed my name, showed where my doctor's office is at. And then I had to find, utilizing the technology. Plus I had to check in with a machine and not check in with a person. Because the new facility is basically, you have to check in with a machine. You're not checking in with a person unless it's a quote unquote emergency. So that's just one small example of how more and more technology, specifically automation technology, is just going to be, it is taking over. If you've been to a grocery store, it wasn't only certain selected grocery stores had self-checkout. Now, darn near every grocery store has self-checkout machines. Less and less cashiers, less cashier station. There's the funny memes that go around talking about, hey, if you ever have, everybody's had this issue. If you've ever had an issue when you're trying to gas up at a gas pump and you're paying for your gas and the gas machine is telling you, the gas pump is telling you, see cashier. I've had instances where people just drive off and like, I'll go to another gas station. I don't feel like talking to a person. And even myself, I've been guilty of this. This is the world that we're living in. This is the world that people are getting used to. Heck, even my elders, they're trying to get used to this. It's not making sense to them, especially given the fact with the pandemic is intensive this whole operating thing all at the same time. So with that being said, more and more things being paid for online, more and more companies utilizing, instant chat GPT to where it's more and more people are just talking to quote unquote programs and robots instead of actually having to talk to people. The amount of people at a corporation, at an organization is already starting to shrink and will continuously shrink. That's something that to me just isn't talked about enough. They will talk about the nonsense that goes on in politics. They will talk about other things that are going on all over the world, but not talking about people's economic security. Like I had a discussion with an individual about Clarence Thomas, who I'm like, I don't care about anybody who sits on the U.S. Supreme Court, if I'm just be realistic about it. But she was going in depth about the specific situation about him backers. I said, I'm from the DMV area. Everybody who runs for office for all parties have financial backers one way or the other. It's a beautiful thing called lobbyists. Every state government has it. It's not illegal. It's not going to go anywhere. So why are we having this discussion? And I'm telling, so my counterpoint to that argument was, you're having this conversation, you're losing your mind over something. You and your husband are well-to-do, but you're going to have a heart attack over other well-to-do people, aka Clarence Thomas and other individuals. I said, but your son, who's in high school right now, his generation, the generation coming after him, is going to be the first generation with technology. This is going to be the new norm. And because this is the new norm, distractions like a Clarence Thomas, like a just pearly things, all this other stupid nonsense. This is the stuff that takes in people's mind. I like to say it clogs up your mind, just like bad food can clog up your arteries in nature because you allow it to. And I always say, if I don't hear people talk about money and access to capital and investments, then I know that the nonsense is in the air. Don't care if it's in the governor's house, White House, mayor's house, Democrat, Republican, whatever. If I'm not hearing money being discussed and business being discussed, then I know that the cat is out of the bag. I know that the magic magician is in the room. And it just makes me laugh, personally. And I'll leave it at that. But the automation boom is here. It's not going anywhere. Jobs are going to be taken away. I'm not being Mr. Doom and Gloom, but what I am doing, and I think most intelligent individuals would want to do. How am I going to benefit from it? Especially given the fact that we live in an age where getting access to information is just like that. A lot of people could not see the industrial boom come when America was more of or even Western nations period, was much more of an agricultural economy. And then the industrial boom came, and then that put a lot of people out of work, and then it gave other people opportunity to get great jobs working in factories. In the information age. So then what happened? A lot of jobs got, especially blue collar factory jobs, were sent overseas to other countries for cheaper labor, and even that nowadays you have more robots in. So places like China and Taiwan, Honduras, South America, Southeast Asia, their economy will suffer because of the automation, aka robot boom. It is artificial intelligence. It is what it is. But at least now we see it coming. We know about it. People don't want to talk about it and at least study it a little bit. Well, then the thing is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to cry and whine like a little kid? Or are you going to say, hey, how can I benefit from it? And I'm not giving out financial advice, but hey, I'm talking about how I'm going to benefit from it. Do your own research. I don't give out financial advice. I'm not an economist. I just make my investment and make my money moves in my specific way, and I go from there. All right. I always say you have to be an adult. You have to be accountable. Go from there. All right? Just listen to people online. That's the easiest thing anyone could ever do. All right. So I'll leave it at that. Now, first, I'll start with, the next generation of young people coming up. What is the job market truly going to look like for them? What is the things that they're going to need to go to school for, get certifications for? We know that the way the trajectory of getting a college education is starting to change, and then even a lot of universities, specifically private institutions, are only having degree. They're only working towards ensuring that their next generation of graduates and people majoring in actual markets that will still be here, and things that people can actually still benefit from. All right. And the next jobs that will be paying six figures in the future, today's economy and tomorrow's economy, is going to be machine learning engineers, data scientists, computer vision engineers, data warehouse architects, algorithm engineers. All these positions start from $109,000 all the way up to $150,000. All right. And this is according to Indeed. But these are the things to look forward to. Whether you live in New York, California, Texas, Florida, these are the things that people are going to want to look out for. And the main cities for these specific jobs is New York City, of course, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., San Jose, California, Seattle, Washington, Boston, Massachusetts, Los Angeles, California, Chicago, Illinois, Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia. And matter of fact, in another place, Jackson, Mississippi is becoming a next great big tech hub as well. A lot of people didn't see Austin coming, but you will. A lot of people didn't see Atlanta coming, but now people are learning about Jackson, Mississippi, and it's a place I might be visiting this year. So that's just another thing to take into consideration. All right. So that's from the jobs perspective. All right. It's going to need jobs. So therefore, this is what, and I implore the parents to look into this to ensure that whatever their children are good at or what they want to do with their lives, if it involving a career standpoint, look into those specific career fields, because you just never know. All right. We are not, like I said, I'm an 80s baby. I'm the last generation of people who were able to, quote unquote, graduate from college and quote unquote benefit from darn near any kind of degree, as long as you had a degree. Generation. Now we are literally in a time of, hey, what value do you have? What value can you add to a company, to a corporation, to et cetera, and so forth? Because it's like I always say, you are the CEO of your own life. All right. And as a CEO, you got to act accordingly and make the right, reasonable decisions all at the same time, in order for you to be, in order for you to live a great, healthy. All right. So now, 13 of the best automation stocks. Because this is the thing. It's like, hey, you want to look at what are the best jobs to look into, but then, hey, I like to invest in stocks. What are the best 13 automation stocks? And there will be more. These are just the first 13 to look into to buy right now. But I'm saying do your research. Don't just listen to a guy on YouTube. Do your research, all right? Because a lot of corporations are going to benefit from it. So therefore, when corporate America benefits from something, you can as well if you are investing in the stock market. I don't need, if I can't convince you outside of what I just said, because they're going to ensure that their shareholders benefit, and obviously you want to ensure that you see that the stocks pay out a specific kind of dividend, and then go, or to see if it's going to increase in value to where you want to trade it or sell it later, and go from there. You know what I mean? So I just leave it. I leave it at that. Okay, I truly leave it at that. But I like to keep it simple because, as it said, according to Yahoo, Europe was the dominating player in the industrial automation industry in 2021, as it accounted for $61.8 billion of the 192 billion market, but adds that Asia Pacific will be the fastest growing region due to rapid industrialization. All right. We already know that more and more economies are competing with Western nations. And I'm not getting into the political nonsense. All I want to talk about is the economics. All right. Because economics is what drives everything, regardless of what you may believe in or not. So I'll leave it at that. All right. So at the end of the day, let's get into the best stocks to look into. All right. So number one. All right. Where the heck is that? All right, because they came up with 13, and I'm just, like I said, I'm going through. It's 13. Yeah, they got it. Of course, they have all the numbers all over the place. All right, what do we got? So this. So at the end of the day, it's really going to head over to the best 5 automation stocks to buy right now. Let me look into that, but because it says 13, but really just go. It shortens down to the best 5, and I get it because it's like 13 is just kind of all over the place, and we'll just keep it simple at that. But anyways, so one is Ambarella, Barellinc on the Nasdaq. All right, and it's an American firm headquartered in Santa Clara, California, and it sells imaging and imaging processing products that are used in automation systems such as driver assistance systems and robotics. 30 of the 943 hedge funds polled by Insider Monkey during Q4 2022 had bought Ambarella share on the Nasdaq shares. Now, of these, the firm's largest investors owns about 1.3. So to look at. Another one is Emerson Electronics, to food and power generation, life sciences, and other industries, and it's headquartered in St. Louis, Missouri. Good old St. Louis. I know they don't particularly care for those tornadoes, and definitely real snowy weather. Another one is Teradyne, which spelled Teradyne Incorporated. Teradyne is an American firm that provides automation equipment for testing semiconductors after manufacturing. It is based in North Reading, Massachusetts. I thought I was about to say Reading, Pennsylvania. I was like, hold up. But yeah, I figured in Massachusetts. So that's just something to look into. A capital management firm actually owns 2.1 million shares, and those shares are worth $186 million as of now. Another one, Rockwell Automation, number of hedge fund investors. They are actually an American firm, which is a lot of American firms, and they're based out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All right, so they are based out of the Midwest, and the firm sells sensors and components for automation devices, and is a top hedge fund pick in the automation industry. So something to look forward to, because one big firm, Impact Asset Management, owns 500,000 shares, and that 500,000 shares is actually worth 138 million. Research. I'm not giving out financial advice. All right, another one, UEIPath, which is spelled UiPath Incorporated, process analytics and implementation to a variety of industries such as banking, healthcare, and finance. Um, a big firm known as ARK Investment Management owns about 44 million shares that are worth $559 million. So something to look into. Another one, PTC Incorporated. All right, PTC Incorporated. Check, and they are a software company that allows firms to transform their industrial operations and generate insights from automated factories. They're headquartered in Boston, Massachusetts. So a select equity group firm that are worth $420 million. So something to do the math on. Honeywell International, which is a company I'm familiar with. Diamond Hill Capital, which is a big firm, is the company's largest share, $145 million. So Alteryx, their products automate natural language processing, character recognition, and other software functions, and is headquartered in good old Irvine, California. Very beautiful city. And the firm's largest investor is Brian Bears, who owns Bears Capital Management. He owns, and the firm owns about 2.5 million shares that are worth $127 million. And this is what I just want to talk about, because at the end of the day, improving the future is for the people who are improving their skill sets, the families that are operating like corporations, regardless of what your economic status is at. Always take that mindset from the immigrants that you see where they might have 3 or 4 families living in a place, but there's a common reason behind it. They're not just doing it for the sake of doing it. It puts them in a position to save money. It puts them in a position to buy more real estate. It puts them in a position to put their dollars together and buy more, and open up businesses and things of that nature, buy more stocks, things of that nature, Bitcoin, et cetera, and so forth. So these are just things to take into consideration. We all have to operate like businesses. Because I always say, you are the CEO of your own life, period. And if you're not going to act accordingly, it is what it is. And technology is, exactly, Chris, technology is an ever-growing thing. And if you're not learning about it, and if you're not willing to engage, if the pandemic didn't teach you to not stay inside your comfort zone, I don't know what will. I mean, to get outside of your comfort zone, I don't know what will, because the more things change, the more they don't stay the same. It used to be the more things change, the more they stay the same. But no, the more things change, the more reasons why they will never stay the same. Even though the world is fully open now, the world has changed tremendously. The world is not the same, and it never will be. So I leave it at that. But thank you for checking in, Chris. Hopefully all is well with you, brother, down in good old San Antonio, you and the family. And on that note, family, I'm about to call it a day. We'll call it a night, and definitely nice to be able to go live again, because I remember the last 2 lives weren't the best because I had my old computer was basically cracking out on me. So it feels good to be back doing lives again, and I will be back at it again shortly, doing more and more. But just wanted to this is the first night testing the computer out, and wait, older one. So once again, out with the old and with the new. All right. Sometimes you got to do that, So on that note, I am out. Hopefully you guys have a great night. As I always say, do the great 3 free things: like, share, and subscribe. Might be going live again this week. If not, then definitely next weekend. And definitely want to touch upon some more relationships a couple months ago, and about dating and marriage and family and things of that nature. And in today's world, the way that the dating game is going for a lot of these younger people, I actually feel so. Either way, appreciate fit note. I'm out.
Mike, now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you're having a great day. If you've been watching Larry's Anything Goes programming, you know that we are not only providing great financial intelligence content as much as possible by interviewing other financial professionals, professionals in the travel industry, real estate industry, etc., and so forth, but we provide various services when it comes to specific products that we sell, from anything that you would actually find on Amazon or actually at Walmart, etc., and so forth. And we are actually providing specific products due to today's current crisis and whatnot to ensure that we provide the right services and products that you need at a reasonable price when it comes to medical face masks, when it comes to hand sanitizer, and when it comes to latex gloves and things of that nature, and etc., and so forth, toilet paper, paper towels. But we have what you need. Also, family, don't forget that Larry's Anything Goes is a part of an affiliate marketing network known as Gold Standard Partners, where you have the opportunity to buy cryptocurrency and allow others to invest with you as becoming an affiliate marketing partner. And obviously, if they purchase a package with the program, you're able to make money off their package purchases and make money off of their crypto purchases and things of that nature. If you want to join, please follow the links in the description, and I'll give you a call as soon as you sign up and purchase a package, and we'll go from there. But definitely, it's all about the best way to make money moves is to have currency with one another and to ensure that currency is always being spoken of on all levels, so it benefits everyone and not just one specific person. That's a lot of things that people forget about. So think about joining the program, and we'll be able to go from there. But if not, either way, it's always appreciated. And thank you for watching, and hopefully you guys have a great day and continuously make money moves so you don't live broke like a fool. Take care. As you can see, with our various products, we have our financial apparel, as you see, wearing There's Anything Goes t-shirt, financial intelligence is sexy, face masks, latex gloves, things of that nature, to obviously ensure the safety of you and your family all at the same time. We want to ensure that you get the best products and see the actual products that we're actually providing for you, and giving you another view of not only the shirts and the medical masks, but actually another view of actual latex gloves and the actual hand sanitizer. Because one thing we've learned throughout this unfortunate crisis is that we have to take more precautionary measures to ensure not only the safety for ourselves, but for our families. And having a great pair of hand sanitizers, latex gloves, and medical face masks will ensure that safety. And with all that being said, hopefully you guys will check out our online store. We have the various products that you see here. With a couple of clicks, especially if you're paying via PayPal, it makes life that much easier for you to purchase our various products, especially during this unfortunate situation. You see the apparel from Larry's Anything Goes. We have the medical products when it comes to hand sanitizer, latex gloves, medical face masks, and things of that nature, and various other products. So please check out Larry's Anything Goes. Support small local businesses. We greatly appreciate it, and hopefully that you have a good day.